Alright, so we just made it to the Southern Terminus of the Arizona Trail. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon right now. Very excited to be here after a lot of traveling. Alright, so we are officially into this thru-hike of the Arizona Trail. About maybe 1.2 north of the border. Illegally, quote unquote, illegally crossed into Mexico to get a picture by the monument, which was kind of fun, I guess. But also, and I'll put this on my Instagram later too, just made me think of how preposterous it is that, you know, one side of this imaginary line it's quote unquote illegal to go to. It's just, I don't know, if you can't see how silly that is, I don't know. But anyway, this trail has been absolutely beautiful. I had to hike about 1.8 from Montezuma Pass. We're almost back there now. And yeah, to get to the Southern Terminus. And being at the terminus is always, whether it's the beginning or the end of a hike, it's always kind of a special moment. So try to soak that in. The weather out here is just glorious. It's probably maybe 55 degrees in the sunshine. It's nice and warm. Wore my hoodie on the descent and then started sweating coming back up and took it off. And the views are amazing. Like, look at this plant. How cool is that? And yeah, the next big challenge is climbing up to Miller Peak, which is over 9,000 feet. And there's some snow up there. You could see the snow from Sierra Vista, which was the town we were in this morning. And then just want to talk a little bit about, I stabbed myself on a trigger bush. Okay, that's something I'm gonna have to look out for out here. But yeah, I was gonna say, just talk a little bit about how I got here. So I left Littleton, Colorado, like 6:45 in the evening last night. Took the train to the airport, got a flight. Flight got into Phoenix around midnight. Slept in the airport, which was a first, and I guess a new level of hiker trashness. And yeah, I had like, I guess 6 hours to kill from the time my flight landed to when my Greyhound left to take me all the way down to Sierra Vista. So tried to sleep, not sleep very well on one of those like airport bench chair things. But I should sleep well tonight for sure, because I didn't sleep well the night before either. So that'll be good. And a trail angel gave me a shuttle the rest of the way. It took me to Walmart in town here, and I was definitely surprised how big the town was. And I was shocked how crowded the Walmart is. It's December 21st. Happy winter solstice, everybody. But it was the craziest, most crowded Walmart I had ever seen. I just couldn't believe it. So that was fun. Yeah, really enjoying this trail, really excited for the challenge. Weather looks good the first few days, and then there's some wet weather in the forecast for Tuesday. Today's a Saturday, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, gonna put the camera away and get on up this hill here. So I just can't get over how beautiful it is here, though. I really can't. All right, well, till next time. All right, so good morning. It is day number 2. Had planned to get up around 5:30 and be walking before light. However, it was the first light of the day that awoke me from a deep sleep. But I needed it. I did not sleep well each of the last 2 nights. I think I mentioned that earlier. And it just felt so good. And it was cold, but it was pretty warm with some of the gear that I had when I was up at the north rim of the Grand Canyon a couple weeks ago, camping out. My feet got really cold at night, so I bought some of those like down booties from Enlightened Equipment, and I have to say my feet were nice and toasty. I was nice and toasty. I was very comfortable. Honestly, like home or wherever, it was one of the best nights of sleep I've had in a long time. So I feel good now, coming out of the watcher range, and there's plenty of water. Just trying to show you how much water there is here. You can swim in that if you want to. Right now, I've kind of been following the stream. There's a little bit of snow up there, so it means all the streams are running, which is definitely good news. So I just filled up some water, and then the plan for today is, well, I definitely have to get 30. Even though I got a little bit of a late start, I think it's still possible. The trail looks pretty smooth. Well, I don't know how smooth it's going to be, but it doesn't look like there's too many big climbs. Definitely not going over 8,000 feet again, like yesterday. So it gives me a few rollers, but right now it's pretty cruisy. Though I've only done a mile today, so we'll see. But yeah, the weather should be perfect today. Still pretty early, so it's a little chilly, but hopefully the sun will hit me soon, and I'll be hiking just in shorts and t-shirt again. Alright, so about 10 miles in for today. Just got down to a nice stream here. It's kind of a little bit back that way. I don't know, maybe 20 yards that way, so can't really see it or hear it, but stopping for I guess an early lunch, late breakfast. I got ramen going, and then some Old Bay. This is not something I've tried on the trail before, but hopefully it's good. I used to do taco seasoning, and I got kind of sick of that. So also, it was my first time carrying a stove on a trip, so definitely enjoyed the hot meal I had last night. But yeah, plan for today is to do another, I think 19. There was something about a spring, but you had to like trespass to get down there, so try to get at least to there, and then that'll set me up for a quick walk into Patagonia tomorrow and get a resupply and see what's going on with this weather forecast. But 99% certain I'm just gonna go for it and deal with whatever weather comes my way. So alright, so in my tent here at the end of day number 2. Did I think 28.5 miles today, something like that. So I had planned on getting up early around 5:30, being on the trail by 6 before the sun came up, and it was the first light that eventually woke me up. I don't know what happened to my alarm, but I've had some pretty miserable nights sleeping in my tent on these hikes, from being way too cold to being way too hot to being wet. But last night may have been the best I've ever slept in my tent. It was awesome. So just like 11 hours, just rock solid sleep. Didn't even have to get up to pee, which pretty much always happens when I sleep in my tent. But yeah, that was good. That was definitely really good, and feels good to lie down again right now. Today, the trail is beautiful. This trail's been pretty sweet. There's plenty of water, skipping water sources. I don't know how much longer that's going to continue, but it's good while it lasts. And the weather today was perfect. It probably got up into the mid 60s during the afternoon, with the sun
It's kind of a little bit overcast, but the sun was still out. So kind of a weird cloud covery type day, but I'll take it. And tomorrow looks good too. And then storm coming in after that. So we'll see what happens there. Plan for tomorrow, I'm gonna roll into Patagonia around, well, it's like 9 miles. So if I get up at 5:30, leave at 6, I'll be there probably around 9-10 o'clock. Hopefully out of there by, I don't know, we'll see. I do want to top off my power bank because the cold weather, especially, I'll talk about what happened at the end here in a second, really kind of zaps your phone. So definitely want to be topped off there, top off my headlamp, get a bite to eat, get my resupply. So that stuff all takes time. So we'll see what I actually do end up leaving and see how far I get tomorrow. But yeah, the trail, so I'm on passage 3 now, and the trail got a little bit overgrown, so my legs got really scraped up, bleeding in a couple spots, but nothing too bad. And after it got dark, you kind of come into these washes, and it got really confusing. I had to have my phone out, looking at Guthook, seeing if I was going the right way, and I'm sure it's not as bad in the daytime, but man, I got turned around a few times. But happy to get back on trail, get down to this Red Bank tank, Red Belt Spring, so something like that, and found a campsite. Well, sort of a campsite, more of just kind of a somewhat flat spot because there wasn't really much. So yeah, that's day number 2. I'll check back in tomorrow.
Desert sunrise, nothing better. All right, so about 2.5 miles north of Patagonia, stopped in there, got there maybe around 10, plugged in for about an hour and a half, got my resupply, and had some coffee at the, I think it's called Gathering Grounds, an omelet and a cookie, and it was all pretty good. So that stop for sure. And plan for the rest of the day is to do maybe another 15-ish. Chow and I were walking on these dirt roads, pretty easy going, so that's nice, but we'll be glad to get back on single track. And we had like a 3-mile road walk on pavement to get in to Patagonia. It's just, I just hate pavement. It hurts my feet. Actually battling some plantar fasciitis, but these dirt roads, I don't mind them if they're nice. I wouldn't like it to be the whole trail, obviously, but it's good for a stretch just because you don't really have to look where you're going. You can kind of zone out a little bit, so that's nice. But yeah, we have a 110-mile stretch Patagonia to where I'm gonna get picked up to go into Tucson, and I'm hoping for 3 days after today, but we'll see what happens with the weather moving in tomorrow. It says rain tomorrow, a little bit of rain on Wednesday, which is Christmas Day, so it'll rain for me. And then Thursday looks pretty good. Friday looks questionable also. So we'll see what happens with the weather tomorrow. Like, big one everyone's saying is like I haven't seen barely anyone, but everyone tells me who I've seen is, oh, watch out for the weather on Tuesday. This horse has been staring me down walking up here. It's got old-fashioned Wild West showdown. See what he does as I get close. Hey buddy, can you let me pass? Thanks. So just wanted to get a quick video in here. Finally got to the top of this pass I've been working for since really I left Patagonia around 11:30 today. It's about 4:30 now, and it feels great to be up here. Got kind of steep there towards the end, and yeah, it's like a mix of, you know, hot and cold, so just a tad overdressed. But man, these moments when you get to where you've been looking all day feels so good. And I was hoping there was going to be a view up here, but we're in the trees, and before you could see like everything I'd done before. You can see Miller Peak, you can see down into Mexico. So going over the pass now might be kind of our last kind of look at that part of the trail, and that's kind of what I like about going over these passes is, you know, it's, you know, an ending point and a beginning, so to speak. So we'll kind of see what the next part has in store. So what a view. So good morning here on day number 4 on the AZT. So I was just able to get a little bit of cell service and check the weather forecast for today. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as bad as was predicted. Had a couple of flurries, maybe hail flurries, sort of. And you can kind of see it's kind of dark around me. There's definitely some rain in the area, but right now it's dry. I had my rain jacket on. I should take it off because I was getting more sunshine than rain. So yeah, I've already seen the sun more today than I did all yesterday, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, the weather said kind of up to 60% chance this afternoon and tapering off to like 30% this evening. So hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm kind of going downhill for almost all the day, so whatever I do get, it'll probably end up being rain. But that's okay. So it's not a huge deal. Tomorrow and Thursday both look good also, so that's another plus. And then Friday looks questionable again, and then kind of the long range was nothing but suns on the long range forecast. So just kind of get through some of these bad days. And honestly, this is not bad at all. This is actually really cool. Just had a picture of an epic view with the kind of the sun rays poking through the clouds into the valley. So, you know, you get those kind of special moments on trail sometimes. But yeah, the plan is I got another like 2.5 to get down at the Kentucky camp. I'm gonna plug in for a little bit down there and kind of have an early breakfast. We'll see if they have, I don't think they sell food there, could be wrong, but cook up some of my ramen and, you know, eat the last little bit of my like first jar of peanut butter and get rid of some trash. So that'll be good. And yeah, that's the plan for today. Should be able to get 30 today is the plan. 30 into, I think, Molino Basin and into Tucson by Thursday afternoon. And if, you know, the weather's good tomorrow and Thursday and not so good in the afternoon today, maybe I can just kind of push a little bit bigger days tomorrow and Thursday. But I don't know, at the same time, like, if the weather is bad, it's just going to be easiest to hike through it, because I don't know if there's like going to be anywhere to really get out of it out here. So, but yeah, we'll see. Yesterday, had a little bit of pain. I don't think I've ever had shin splints before. It kind of felt like, but took some anti-inflammatory last night and it's fine today. And my feet were hurting, but today I feel refreshed and fit, so that is also good. Yeah, we'll just try to enjoy it as much as we can today and see what happens with the weather.
All right, so I'm in this place called Kentucky Camp. I can tell it's some renovated, very old building. It is absolutely dumping down rain outside right now. Excuse me. Enjoying my ramen right now. But yeah, when I said the weather looked not as bad, I got in here. It's just kind of a light rain, and then I got in here, and then it just starts coming down really, really hard. So I'm glad to be in here and not just kind of stuck outside right now. And I'm happy to stay here. There's nobody here right now. It's Christmas Eve, so it's a ghost town. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay here for as long as I want to, which is hopefully the rain will die down at some point. But I know it's supposed to rain for much of the day today, so if it, I might just call it a day here. I'd rather not waste the whole day here with only like 7 miles in the bag for today. But going outside right now looks like you would really be risking hypothermia, which obviously I don't want to do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the weather today, but I might just be hanging out here for a while. So yeah, I'll check back in later with another update.